Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to our live day trading stock markets analysis here at Successful Trading. Today is Friday, May the 14th. It is expiration day, and I hope everybody has had a very lucrative week. I believe even yesterday. I mean, things just fly by. I believe our strategies yesterday, I believe they led you to making money. If not, let's make it a point today to catch up on that. While we say that, we say hello to Mr. Joe, the one and only for Tampa Bay, Florida. Beautiful gates. Good morning to you. Good afternoon, Mr. T. How is life in London? I am coming to you live from Southern California, where it's currently 5:53 a.m. and we are 7 minutes away from 1 p.m. in the afternoon in the beautiful city of London. All right, folks, let's go ahead and dive in. There is a lot of moving parts here on expiration. Yeah, this is expiration, the weekly expiration for all the stocks, obviously. By now, you know some of our preferred strategies, mainly on QQQ recently, but SPY is still there, folks. Yeah, SPY is still there. And somebody, yours truly, I even experimented this week. Was it Wednesday on SPX? Yeah, it was interesting to trade XPX. A little fun again. SPX 500 trade pretty much like SPY, right? So it's just that the when at least um, from a trend perspective, in terms of the price of the option, the stock being $4,000 something. That's but SPY itself is not cheap, folks. SPY, I mean, for all time, like start trading SPY. I think I was trading SPY. SPY wasn't at 100 or 200 yet, but now SPY is trading at 400 and something. As actually, let's go ahead and take a look. Bring in the chart of the US equity through the lens of the ETFs, SPY, QQQ, IWM, and XOP. Don't forget about XOP. We gave you, well, we studied the charts yesterday, a 3 minute, less than 3 minute study on XOP. That's, and then if you took that trade, hey, I believe it went all the way to -3% or so. So maybe you're well on your way. Again, that's the purpose of us looking at the stock market technical analysis here. So where are the technicals for SPY? We are below the moving averages. SPY barely um, had a death cross. That's meaning death cross. If this is what is this guy talking about? It's when the EMA 8, the short-term momentum. Our case, we are using the exponential moving average 8 period crosses below the exponential moving average 20. So that barely happened yesterday. What's the price of the exponential moving average 8? That's the yellow line that you're seeing on our screen. That's at 413.68. The exponential moving average 20, it's at 413.67. So they were identical. Yeah. So today on here, with this gap, are we going to see a change of slope on of the exponential moving average 8 on the we have this is not the first time, folks. I mentioned this yesterday. This is not the first time we have seen this semi correction. I can count as many as just in 2021 alone, let's say one. If maybe this one here in early January wasn't really lasted one day, right? We're talking successive days where we posted lower lows, right, on the ETF. So here's one on here, January 25th, thereabouts, yeah. And then what did we do after that, folks? Immediate recovery, posting higher highs, and went to brand new high. brand, brand new 52-week high. Here's another one on here. For 3 consecutive days of losing streak back in March the 5th. If you remember, we were together on here. It's as if the markets were sinking, and before you had the chance to blink, a couple of days later, no problem, we're back above the EMA. So the algorithm that do this, they have that they pretty much repeating this pattern all over again. Yeah. So I'm not suggesting that we could not have a red candle on here today, but when something happens like this one, yeah, and we need to wise up to it. Meaning, potentially, by the time we reach OPEX next week, OPEX meaning the monthly expiration, uh, we could be seeing SPY putting a brand new high here, meaning over, let's say, the upper, what's the upper Bollinger? You just look where the upper Bollinger is. That's could give you that target. But typically that trade long term on SPY like this, I mean, a trade over a week time, uh, I don't, let's see. Let me actually tell you what's the cost of those options are just very quickly on here. If I go to SPY and I said, hey, SPY, give me the price of, if I'm bullish, that I want to apply this pattern and then go all the way to May the 21st expiration. And I'm looking at strike price of 400, let's say 25 even. Let's say 2, because those up, if the stock start going up, if SPY start going up, the upper Bollinger Band, they will be expanding. Okay, folks, as of yesterday, it was at 17 cents. So maybe not that bad. Yeah. So here's a trade. Here's an idea of a trade because I want you to see really if, let's say, we are up 0.768 today. But I mean, start targeting this. So right now, for us, we are saying based on this, at least you will have something in, right? If we can get this for below 20 cents, so 15 cents ideally, because theta decay is going to what's the theta on this? The theta on this is 13 cents minus minus 13 cents each day. Yeah. So let's try to build that position. 425 calls on SPY or for May the 21st. Yeah. Why? For us, because we are anticipating this recovery on here. We have seen the movie once or so. You can do that through SPX. You can do that through SPY, whichever one floats your boat. I'm going to write it down on here because this is I mentioned it yesterday, yeah. So, but I haven't acted on it, and I wanted to remind ourselves of that here. So let me write it down on here because I have a propensity to forget about those. So we are saying SPY May 21st, 425 calls. You see, Telex just doesn't. I trade weekly. That's a weekly trade, right? I don't just do day trading on SPY and QQ. So we want to get in for 15 cents, uh, 20 cents. So we put in a limit order sometime today. I mean, unless the market decides to just go up today, I think that entry below 20 cents will definitely be great. And then we see on that. Now, if that fails, if that fails, how are we going to know that fails? Here, expect that SPY going to be testing 413.68, which is the EMA 8 and EMA 20. The reaction of the price vis-a-vis in regards to those EMAs will dictate either we are bullish, full bullish recovery, or we got rejected, and in which case, my friend, we expect that we are going to go to touch 400 again. Remember a day ago I was saying, oh, 404, really I'm expecting that 400, but now we bolted up. So, but be very careful on there, yeah. Be very careful. Do not go all full bullish blast on it. This market is a little bit unpredictable. So, while we say that, the Qs still in bearish territory. Yes, absolutely. How do we know? The direction of the EMA 8. That yellow line keep going down. So it's actually the candle that we have yesterday is very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting to me, and I cannot because I had the impression yesterday that QQQ was trading bearishly, even though for most of the day it was gaining 1% or so, just that because we gapped from the previous day. But really, the feel that I got trading, I traded Tesla yesterday. Yeah, made money yesterday on Tesla. why am I bringing Tesla? Because, yeah, made money yesterday on Tesla, and they were really, I mean, at some point, it was difficult to trade, to be honest, because the chart of the option, which matches the chart of the stock. But here's what QQQ was doing yesterday. So the one that I saw that was very weak was Tesla, and really, we gapped up, went in and posted a high, 322, then retreated starting at 11 Eastern, or if you are in London, 4 p.m. thereabouts. And yeah, we have quite a few traders from the other side of the pond, actually. Either Ireland, Scotland, England. We have. I can think of 5 traders who are part of our Discord room. So yeah, I need to give them a shout out. So from 8 a.m. Eastern time, look, not 8 a.m. Eastern time. This is 8 a.m. Pacific time. From 11 a.m. Eastern time, or uh, uh, eight just two. So 8 plus 8, that's 4 p.m. in London. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It went into like a downtrend here. It went all the way to 317 exactly at 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. Then it started another recovery. But this has been very difficult to trade. So now we are gapping over with the starting price here. It's well above the price of the last couple of days. Yeah, you can see that here on the chart. Oh, sorry, this is beta. You can see that here on the chart. So uh, will they fill that gap? The gap from the May the 11th, because we closed at 325.31. That's 3 points away. So meaning, hey, definitely QQQ. We can set up our cell phone here for a gangster trade. 3 to 4 points up, depending whichever 3 points or 4 points, whichever one is cheaper. Let's say, let's go on here and check for QQQ. I can give you some prices here if you are looking to set up that gangster trade. So expiration for today. The gangster trade. Yeah. So 322, 319 yesterday. The 322, they were expensive. Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, obviously because the queues have just been moving by a great deal, right? Look at the gap from three. What was it? We gapped from 317 to 320. So we gapped 3 points. We have been gapping 3 points. So the market makers, oh yeah, they have definitely increased their implied volatility. So the 322 they were going yesterday for 68 cents. No way, no way. I will buy those. That's where day trading has an advantage over swing trade. When the market makers, they just make option, because overnight you cannot get one side without, unless, I mean, you are reading in a crystal ball, but I'm not. So I will need a hedge, in which case that would be a bit too expensive. I rather take the gap this morning. Okay, it's up 1%. It's up 1%, like in this case, is in no man's land, right? Either we're going to go 2%, 3%, or it's going to retreat. So and then for us, we have the last closing hour of the day on here, definitely where there will be opportunity on both SPY, SPX, IWM as well. So to start the day on here, even 4 points from 322. That's we're going to put it at 325, 326. Yesterday, 13 to 15 cents. Okay, interesting. Can we get these? Anything that we can get for 15 cents early, definitely. And so I would say 326, 327 for 15 cents in that direction. And then in the opposite direction for the bearish side, what can we do? We definitely 318, 319, wherever we were starting yesterday, right? So QQQ is moving. It's just that has been a little bit erratic to trade. So, but definitely keep an eye on it, as we have said many times on here. The overall trend, folks, as long as we remain way, you say, even, where's the lower Bollinger? The lower Bollinger yesterday was at 319.58. Yeah. So we didn't close that far from the lower Bollinger. The candle was red, though. Hey, it was like equilibrium between the open and the close. So let's see. Bulls are pushing this in pre-market on here as a higher point, but please beware. If we ever get rejected at this level, right? If we got rejected at, let's say, this level 322.6 whatever, and we cannot push above 324 and the like, the longer we stay below that 324 line, this is the previous high on here from a technical point of view, with axis as a rejection, my friend, I'm afraid that some of us, I'm gonna be needing a lot of showers today, because that's mean that the put's going to be paying here at some point, just like they did yesterday, right? Because yesterday we hit 322, and before we know it, it reversed. It went into that slope on the. I'm watching for that. Because the cheaper side here can be very interesting. Okay, very quickly, IWM. This one I've left it alone for a last bit. I mean, green candle yesterday, but I mean, this hasn't been going anywhere, my friend. All right, let's look at the overall chart on here. This has been sideways galore. This stock has been in the range 212, 212, 224. I mean, you will say, yeah, but no, it hasn't been progressing. This is all sideways. And we can even extend that. I mean, other than a brief bullish period here at the beginning of March, between March the 5th and March the 15th, where we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 consecutive winning days. I mean, it has done that here, it has done that even in February, right? Beginning of February, from February 1st here to February 9, IWM is bullish, winning. March 5th, all the way after that low there to March 15, but then retreated and really, we can say that February time frame, since February, this stock has just been, yeah, in contrast with what? Look at this one on here. The contrast, it's right. Look at from November 3rd all the way to, let's say, all the way to January 26th, thereabouts. The slope of both EMAs, the EMA, the green line, that's we represent the green line we're representing the EMA 20 here, and the yellow line representing the EMA 8 on SPY. We have continuously gone down, up. Yeah, so that's give you the general direction. Recently on here, all they have been doing is these head fakes that we have highlighted here. Yeah, this is another one here. Yeah, this is another one on here. So that's where we said, oh, fine. If they are to do that again, so for us on here, similar to SPY, you can expect, if we close bullishly today, to close bullishly today on IWM, we want a price above the EMA yellow line there. That's resistance, right? So that's 219.11. So let's write it down on here for us. IWM close above 219.11. So we can set up similar trade to SPY. So we're going to say May 21st. And then here, what's the upper Bollinger Band? We want the previous high. So 234, we're going to take the 235 calls on IWM should it be bullish, if that's it. And those, what were they going for yesterday? I didn't really prepare to get to do this trade, but I mean, that pattern has been there, right? If it fails, well, if it fails, we know at least we're going to be trading it in the other direction. So next Friday, May 21st, OPEX, IWM 235 calls, they were going yesterday for 10 to 14 cents. You know those are my type of trades, yeah? 10 to 14 cents. So definitely, we want to get them for no more than 15 cents today. Fantastic. All right. Telex is analyzing charts and giving bullish trades. What's wrong with this guy? He's usually giving bearish trade. All right. Okay, so that's take care of that. How about XOP? Just want for to do a full view on this. So, all right, is this the daily chart? No, this is XOM, which resemble XOP. But we talked because yesterday you still be swing that arch, right? Remember the arch we drew yesterday, folks? We are below the moving average. Well, yesterday we were below the moving average. Today, we are in between. But the slope of the EMA, the yellow EMA 8, definitely changed, right? It's pointing down. It has not crossed over yet, but so here, the pattern suggests, and again, we can take that trade for next Friday, as long as we close below, let's say the green line here, 82, or let's say if we fail to recapture the yellow line, that's better. If we fail to recapture to close above 83, but even so, right? I don't care. If let's say on Monday we come and actually, for me, what I would like, it's actually for this thing to come and try to retest, let's say 86 whatsoever. Oh, that will give me cheaper entry for, we said, what do we say? The 72.5 puts or the 70? Let's make it a round number. The 72, the 70 puts on XOP for May. For end of May, because maybe we give ourselves some time. So because that's one is a slow mover. So XOP for May the 28th. What's the price of the 70 puts? Expensive, guys. They're expensive. Yeah, they're super expensive. Well, compared to the trade that we saw on SPY and IWM, they were going yesterday for 49 cent ask and 57 cents 49 cents bid, 57 cents ask, because the implied volatility is 65%. Yeah, all is very volatile compared to the other ones. If now we want to be aggressive and say, oh, for May the 21st, then those 70 were going for 25 to 30. Now, implied volatility is even higher, 76%. I'm not interested. You see, this is what you do when you see you do your analysis and you see several trades. As I am startled by somebody. Okay, I just saw something on the Discord room. Um, ah, this is how you go about picking a specific trade, because based on, you don't want to spend too much money if you have opportunities to trade that are of equal value. So this one on here, the delta, even if now you can go into delta, I don't want to go into that conversation, but to me, just gauging by the implied volatility, I prefer the setup, the bullish setup on especially the one on IWM. Yeah, IWM and SPY. So those are definitely will be looking for. All right. Hopefully you got something out of this. For today, what do we have in store? So for today, all we have to do is just say, it's to come here. The first thing we want to say, hey, have there been any earnings yesterday after market close and today before market open, and that we can take advantage of? The answer is an emphatic yes, sir. Yesterday, I believe DoorDash has had earnings, so we give you our subscribers there, and a little trade, yeah, called Gangster trade. This is a chart of Dash. A lot of stock have this pattern, folks. A lot of stock are trading right now at the lowest. Yeah, we are in May time frame of the lowest over the last 3 months. I was looking at several charts this morning, and I'm gonna showcase some of them right now. We could, some of those stock, keep an eye on them, because that's pretty much no man's land, right? Meaning that they have posted a low, a local low over, let's say, 3-4 months low. Dash is in that situation. So meaning here, look at all the room. Should Dash recover here, yeah? Should that recover? Look at all the room. The stock is trading at $125 there, about 124, as you and I were looking at it right now at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time, 15 minutes from the opening of the markets, right? So, but has gone to 140, 160. I mean, the value back in March time frame, or even February when it went, it's generated its IPO, 200 and something. That's a lot of room. Yeah. So for us, let me spell it out, because hey, we have nothing to hide on here. So the trade, I'm just gonna read it. It's inside of the Discord room. I put this trade ahead of time, folks. Yeah. I wake up, study the market for you, and then we put those trade on. So by the way, congratulations yesterday on the money made on Peloton. So again, Peloton is still a trade. Peloton is, was it 2 days ago? I shared a story yesterday that, as I told one of my friends, watch 100 on Peloton. That trade is still intact, folks. Yeah, you can still day trade Peloton today. Yeah, or set up a long-term trade on Peloton, because let's feature the chart of Peloton on here. Jeez, I'm all over the place, and I'm gonna come back to DoorDash, but it's important on here because this is a trade that we are holding, right? Peloton. Let me make sure that you guys are seeing the screen. This is the daily chart of Peloton. It's recapturing. It has already recaptured EMA 8. EMA 20 right now stand at 96.61. Guess what? If we recover that, if the price is above to go above that natural resistance, so from the weekly perspective, the next level is the yellow line 102, the EMA 8 on the yellow. But here the weekly chart tells us pretty much, oh, this area here used to be a strong support before. What's this low here? 101, 102. We could get there today, folks, depending on what the market makes. But most likely they're going to play coy with it, yeah. So meaning they're gonna make it difficult somehow to get there. So watch Peloton. Okay, sorry for the distraction there. So the trade on Dash, for a Gangster trade on the put side, 110, 115 put for 5 to 10 cents. 110, 115 put. If you don't know what a Gangster trade is and what it doesn't make sense to you, that is fine. We gladly invite you to join Successful Trading, like many have been doing recently. We will teach you how to execute this trade. And on the call side, 139, 140, and 141 call for 10 cents. I'm excited about this dash thing. It doesn't have that much quant analysis because the stock is relatively new, right? But I want to see. I expect a move here, 15-point move in either direction. That would be nice for us. So we want to get on those. If let's say our price, it's our limit orders are too low. Obviously, we can always trade it directionally when it's above VWAP posting higher highs, below VWAP posting lower lows. That's not a problem on there. Okay, so that's Dash. Number two stock that's moving here after its earning, it's the Walt Disney Company. Yes, Disney. It's had it earning yesterday, I believe, after the market close, and this morning with 960, almost 1 million shares traded in pre-market. The stock is down minus 3%. This one, I mean, it's setting up to for a reversal. A reversal meaning that it's starting bearishly, it can become bullish. So for us, we really would like to get some cheap calls on here. 172, that's going to be difficult to get because I put in that trade. I put in that strike price literally about almost an hour ago. Yeah, yeah, you guys can see on there on inside of the Discord. But the stock it was, at the time was down minus 4% or thereabouts. So now the big boys are coming in. They are buying up this thing. So the 175 called the second strike price. It's maybe more suitable. Maybe or even let's say what's the next strike price that they're offering there on Disney. So that may be a little bit more suitable because obviously if he's starting at 172, but you never know. Yeah, you never know. If we don't put in the order, we don't know. So I picked two strike price, 172 calls and 175. But I'm saying that the ones you could add 177 and a half on there as well. So let me do that here. Let me just edit live on here and 177.5 because we want to enter this thing at the cheapest price because when you do that, right, your risk is small. If it doesn't go your way, that's fine. There's no harm. But if we get in, we already know we have a high probability of making money. So those are the two trades that we want to bring to you. They are already available for our subscribers. So 170, let's say 175, 177 calls for 10 to 15 cents, and on the bearish side, 162 and a half, 165 puts for 10 to 15 cents. A stock that's absolutely flying in pre-market. It's Square. Yeah. We've talked about Square on here. Great trade yesterday for us on there on Square. Nice money made on the put side. That was godsend. So fantastic trade on there. So what are we looking at this morning on here on Square? I mean, it's we shared that trade yesterday with our Discord. So if you were following our Discord when we the Square started moving yesterday, we were all over that. Let me show you the 15-minute chart of Square on here. So below VWAP, when did it really fall below VWAP? At 11 Eastern on here, yeah? Well, it was already below VWAP. Where did we start the day yesterday? Yeah, I mean, sideways, bump of sideways. For me, I got interested into this when it dropped below 205. So on this candle on here that I'm hovering at, it was 10:30 and the closing was 206. No, I wasn't in the trade then. Then the next one is still closing at 206. Yes, this candle here exactly at 11 Eastern, sometime in there it went below 205 and I said, okay, that's it, I've seen enough. Then traded it with the 195 or the 190. They turn that. I mean, it was a difficult trade because here sideways for an hour, but still this doesn't mean that you exit that trade, but the price definitely came down. So so and then re-entering or taking partial profit really to get the benefit later on at 130. So this morning, look what's happening here. The stock is gapping, and this stock can fly. We've talked about that before. So it's gapping up here, $6. But beware, folks, beware, right? This is a stock that somebody, for whatever reason yesterday, I know the comments about, okay, this gap on here, just most of these stocks, they were outside of the lower Bollinger. That computer program that are meant just to buy. Yeah. So we've seen it here, same level. I like this, right? let me make sure that we see this, and then we are going to conclude on here. But this is important. Look at the last 4 times when Square has traded at this level. It has staged a massive recovery. End of January 28th on here. This is March the 5th. Remember that we were together. And then this one here, March the 30th, it staged a massive recovery. Yeah. So if this was just one of those, oh, okay, sorry for the correction, we need to be going up. My friend, there's some cheap contract that you can set yourself up for too right now. So I don't know. And for me, I will be looking, let's say, Square instead of even next week, because I could even go, okay, let's go May the 28th. May the 28th. Again, I want things that are super cheap. You put 270 calls, for instance. Let's say 260, whatever, right? You want to get them at a super cheap price, below 20 cents. So for me, 270 for May the 28th on Square. Should this thing, should it start its reversal right away? I mean, it could spend the next 3-4 trading sessions somewhere here below 210, but definitely it's going to day trading. All right. So, oh my goodness, I hope you got a lot of trade out of a lot of setup out of this stock market technical analysis daily. It's currently 9:23 a.m. I need to reset my mind. I hope for you as well, and to partake into the last day trading session of the week. We wish you all a great weekend, and we hope to catch you on the next episode. Bye bye, everybody. Have a great trading session.